Hi friends, this is Vishnu here back again. Welcome back to my channel Tips, Tricks and Concepts by Vishnu. So, in my previous video, we have discussed about the topics like nomenclature of alicyclic compounds, then compounds given in bond-line notations, and before that we have discussed about the basic concepts in any IUPAC names, be it aliphatic compounds or alicyclic compounds, aromatic compounds, etc. So in this video, we will deal mostly with aromatic compounds, that is nomenclature of aromatic compounds. Before that, if you haven't seen the previous videos, please go watch it, like it and come back. The links are given in the description box and also here. So let's go to the topic. Nomenclature of aromatic hydrocarbons. The nomenclature of aromatic hydrocarbons are somewhat similar to the naming of cyclic compounds. So if you have understood the concepts of naming of alicyclic compounds in my previous video, it will be very easy to learn the nomenclature of aromatic hydrocarbons. So let's go more into the topic. First of all, we had to learn certain root names which we have not used till now. That is the derivatives of benzene, and these names are IUPAC acceptable. And first of all, let's see the methyl benzene. Methyl group attached to the benzene ring, and hence the name methyl benzene. And the name is toluene. And then the next, methoxy linked to the benzene, that is an ether, and its name is anisole. And then our most common one, that is phenol, OH group attached to the benzene ring. Now the benzoic acid, COOH, attached to the benzene ring. Then CHO attached to the benzene ring, that is benzaldehyde. And finally we have NH2 group attached to the benzene ring, and we have the name aniline. And these root words of various derivatives of benzene are very much useful and are accepted in most of the IUPAC names of various compounds given in your exams. Now for the naming of any compounds that are given for your exams, that is more complex benzene compounds, if there are more substituents, how to name it? First of all, if there are more than one functional group or if more than one substituent present on the benzene ring, then the functional group which is the principal functional group is taken as number 1, that is at the first carbon position, and all the other substituents are numbered with respect to that carbon 1. Okay, for example, here we have an OH group and an NH2 group attached to the benzene ring. So according to our priority table, which one is more preferred, or which one will be the functional group, principal functional group? Of course OH, because alcohols and phenols are more preferred than amines, and hence OH group can form the root word, and hence the root name will be phenol, and the substituent amino group. And where is it present with respect to OH? If OH group attached carbon is given number 1, then amino is at group number 2. So we have 2-amino phenol as the IUPAC name. This was the case of 2 substituents attached to the benzene ring. Now let's see what happens if 3 or more functional groups or substituents are attached to the benzene ring. Okay, the point to be noted is that the principal functional group is nothing but the more preferred ones, and the lesser preferred groups or substituents are numbered and named according to the alphabetical order, provided they follow the lowest locant rule. So we have to give more importance to lowest locant rule, as in cyclic compounds, and then comes the preference for alphabetical order. So let's see an example for naming in alphabetical order. That is, here the lowest locant rule will also be correct. This is the example. Here we have a COH group and a bromine and an OH group attached to the benzene ring. So COH is the principal functional group, so that branch is given the number 1, and all other branches are numbered according to alphabetical order. So B of bromo comes before H of hydroxy. Hydroxy is a prefix for OH group. I have said this in my previous video where I dealt with the alicyclic compounds. So our correct numbering will be like this, and hence the naming will be 3-bromo 4-hydroxy benzoic acid. I have told here that we have to follow the alphabetical order. At the same time, we have to follow the lowest locant rule, which is more important. So let's see where we cannot apply the alphabetical order. So we have to be careful with the lowest locant rule. Here is one example. Here we have a nitro group, a fluoro and an ethyl group attached to the benzene. So according to the alphabetical order of numbering, we have the set of numbers as this, that is 1, 4 and 5. The locant set will be 10. And now we have another set of numbering like this. Again, ethyl is given the first branch position and then the others with respect to it, that is 3, 4 nitro and 4, 4 fluoro. Again, we have the locant set as 8. So we may think that it is the lowest locant set, but not. We can just violate this alphabetical order for a while and look at another order of numbering. Here we start from fluoro and we have second position for nitro and fourth position for ethyl group. So here we have 1 plus 2 plus 4, that is 7. 7 less than 8 less than 10. So this is the lowest set of locants. And hence the correct naming, IUPAC naming will be 4 ethyl, 1 fluoro, 2 nitro, benzene. But why do we write ethyl first in the IUPAC name? This is because E comes before fluorine, that is F for fluorine, and hence E is written first, though its number is 4. Now let's deal fastly with one more example. Here we have fluorine, chlorine, bromine and nitro attached to the benzene ring. So according to the alphabetical order of numbering, bromine will come first, chlorine second, then fluorine, then nitro. So the numbering according to alphabetical order will be 1, 3, 5 and 6. But 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 6 is 11 plus 4, 15. So it is a higher number of locants. So the correct IUPAC name will be 1 bromo, 5 chloro, 3 fluoro, 2 nitro benzene. So here the locants will be 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 5, that is 11. Now the next point. If the benzene ring is attached to an alkane, that is a simple aliphatic chain, then we have to choose the parent compound as benzene or aliphatic chain in such a manner that whichever has the more number of carbon atoms. That is, if the aliphatic chain has more than 6 carbon atoms, then that aliphatic chain forms the parent compound and the benzene ring will form the substituent or will act as the branch, that is phenyl. And if the aliphatic chain is less than 6 carbon atoms long, then benzene will be the parent compound and the aliphatic chain will act as the branch on the benzene. So let's make it clear by using an example. Though this has been mentioned and explained in detail in my previous video where the same criteria was used for alicyclic compounds. So let's go to an example. Here we have a benzene ring attached to an alkane. Okay, now look at the number of carbon atoms in alkane. We have 7 carbon atoms in alkane. So it is greater than the 6 carbon atoms of benzene and hence it is the parent compound, and hence we have to choose the longest chain and the numbering in such a way that the branch, that is here the phenyl group, gets the lowest position. So we have to count in this manner and hence the naming will be 2-phenyl heptane. Now let's go to the next step, that is, if the benzene is attached to an aliphatic chain containing a multiple bond, how we will name it? Which one to take as the principal chain or parent chain? We can take anything, that is the benzene or the aliphatic chain as a parent compound. That is, there is no particular criteria for it. That is, for example, here we have a C triple bond CH and a benzene. But we can name in any manner. That is, by taking that C double bond CH, that is ethane as the parent chain, we can name it as 1-phenyl ethane or else just phenyl ethane. And we can also name by taking benzene as the parent compound, that is 1-ethanyl benzene or just ethanyl benzene. Now a tip here, that is, even though you can choose anything as a parent compound, you have to be very careful while numbering the carbon atom to which the benzene ring is attached. For example, here we have a benzene ring and a 4 carbon long aliphatic chain with a double bond. So you can name in any manner. That is, with phenyl as a substituent, you can name it as 2-phenyl, and we have double bond at second position, so 2N. So how we will name? The word root is but, and hence 2-phenyl but-2-ene. Another way to name it is with aliphatic chain as the side chain to benzene. So how we will name? But-2-ene 2-albenzene. This is because the second carbon of the butane is attached to the phenyl. And also be careful with the numbering order. The correct numbering is as per green and not as per red. That is, phenyl group, that is a branch, should be given the least position. Now the next step, that is how to name the benzene compounds if the benzene is attached to an aliphatic chain containing a functional group. Then that functional group containing aliphatic chain should be taken as the parent compound. Let's see an example. Here we have a benzene ring attached to a carbon atom containing COOH group, that is carboxylic acid group. So of course that aliphatic chain is made the parent compound. So how we will name it? We have the suffix here as oic acid. And what will be the word root? The word root of the parent compound, that is eth, and ethanoic acid. And we have to name or number in such a manner that COOH carbon will get the number 1, and hence the phenyl is attached to the carbon 2, and hence we can name as 2-phenyl ethanoic acid. Now let's quickly see a slightly different example where we have more than one functional group in the aliphatic chain to which the benzene ring is attached. Here we can see the benzene ring attached to a aliphatic chain with two functional groups, OH and CHO. So naturally we have to order the priority order. So CHO is given first preference, and hence the numbering will be like this, and hence the correct naming will be 3-hydroxy 4-phenyl butanol. Now, do you remember the task that I gave you in my previous video? Okay, I will explain the answer in this video, but before that I have to give you a task based on the topic taken today. That is, name this compound and either comment it or send me as a message on Facebook. So this is the compound that I gave you as a task in my previous video. How to name it? We know that if the cyclic ring as well as the aliphatic chain attached to it has functional groups, then we have to choose the parent compound. How? The one with the more preferred functional group will be treated as a parent compound. So here we have keto group attached to the cyclic ring as well as OH group and alkyl amino group. But the OH and alkyl amino are less preferred ones, and we have the more preferred group, keto group, in the cyclic ring. So cyclic ring is a parent compound, and hence the numbering will be like this. And so the branch will be at the second position, and how the naming of the branch comes, that is with carbon atom attached to the parent compound as number 1, and hence the OH group attached carbon will get the number 2, and the alkyl amino group attached carbon will get the number 3. So the IUPAC name will be 2,2-hydroxypropyl, that is 2 because the branch is at the second position. So 2,2-hydroxypropyl 3-methylamino cyclohexane 1-none. Why 3-methylamino comes at last in the prefix? This is because it is actually a secondary amine if you look, and it is actually attached as a branch to the cyclohexyl ring. That's why we write 2-hydroxypropyl 3-methylamino. Okay, just like alkyl amino. Coming back to our aromatic hydrocarbons nomenclature, we have discussed most of the compounds that comes at your level for your exams. And you can see that the nomenclature of these aromatic hydrocarbons are almost similar to the ones we dealt in our alicyclic hydrocarbons. So now we can do a quick review of aromatic hydrocarbons nomenclature. First of all, we have to learn certain root names such as anisole, then toluene, phenol, benzoic acid, benzaldehyde, and so on. And we should name in such a manner that those principal functional groups should be the first number branch. That is, that carbon atom should get the first number while numbering the substituents. And while naming the other substituent, we have to follow the alphabetical order and also, more importantly, the lowest locant rule. And now regarding the functional groups in the aliphatic chain to which the benzene ring is attached, then that aliphatic chain is given more importance and hence it becomes a parent compound. So I hope you have understood my class up to this, and IUPAC nomenclature is a vast topic and I have filtered the concepts for you. So all you have to do is just watch these, learn these, understand these, and also practice more and more questions. Whenever you feel any doubts, you are free to ask me and I am here to explain those doubts. So with this, our topic of IUPAC nomenclature is over, and we will see you in a new video in a new topic, and bye bye for now.